So looking at the section U5 on IXL, this is about writing an equation of a circle in standard form by completing the square. So when we looked at our equation of a circle, we studied this a couple days ago. You have this equation here, and in that equation, we need to make sure we remember what the center is and what the radius is. So here is the equation of your circle. The center is your h and your k value. So the center of this circle would be h comma k. And the radius is, you take the square root of that r squared, and so the radius is r. If there's not anything added to, so if you see x squared plus y squared equals r squared, what this means is it's centered at the origin, which is 0, 0. So if you look at this first one, in order to get this in standard form, we just need to move the 1 to the other side. So x squared plus y squared is going to equal positive 1. So the center of this one, if you're asked to identify it, the center I'm going to put as c is 0, 0, and your radius is the square root of 1, which is just 1. So moving the 36 to the other side, x squared plus y squared is going to equal 36. The center is also going to be 0, 0 on this one, and the radius is the square root of 36, which is 6. This one right here, you notice that there is a negative 2y, and there's also the 3. So what we're going to need to do first is we're going to move what we call the constant, the c value, to the other side, and that would be the 3. So you're going to have x squared. If your y values and your x values are not next to each other, please do that. So group your x's together, group your y's together, and then move the constant to the right-hand side. After you've moved the constant to the right-hand side, we're going to complete the square on the x's if they need it. So if there was a 2x, a 3x, and we'll complete the square on the y's. So when we look at this, we don't need to complete the square on the x because it's just the x squared. We're going to need to complete the square on the y values. So if you recall back, probably first semester, we did b over 2 quantity squared, and then you add it to both sides. So when you're looking at this, your b value is the negative 2. So if I take negative 2 divided by 2 and I square it, I get negative 1, and negative 1 squared is positive 1. So I need to add positive 1 to both sides. And where you add that positive 1 is going to be behind the 2y because you're completing the square with the y values. Don't forget it to add it to the other side. You have to keep your equation balanced. So we still have x squared. Then what we're going to do is we're going to look at your y squared minus 2y plus 1, and you're going to factor it. So when you factor this, if you take and ask yourself what multiplies to get a positive 1, so this 1 right here, that adds to get a negative 2. So positive 1 would be a negative 1 and a negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Negative 1 plus negative 1 is negative 2. So this would factor to y minus 1 times y minus 1, which is equal to 4. And a simpler way to write y minus 1 times y minus 1 is y minus 1 quantity squared. And now it's in the equation of a circle. So your center is going to be 0, positive 1. Your radius will be the square root of 4, which is 2. So this is the standard form of that circle. Okay, another one where we have just the y value. So we know that we need to complete the square on the y's, not the x's. So move your constant to the other side. If your terms are not grouped together as like terms, make sure you do that. Make sure that your y's are next to each other in descending order, and then make sure your x's are in the same. So we need to complete the square on the y values. Negative 16 divided by 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 squared is a positive 64. Make sure when you do this, you're always adding a positive number to both sides. Whoops, that needs to be an equal sign right there. So we need to complete the square, not to complete the square, we need to factor y squared minus 16y plus 64. So we're asking ourselves, what multiplies to get 64 that adds to get negative 16? And that should be negative 8 and negative 8. So this factors to y minus 8 times y minus 8. And most of you, I would go ahead and just write it as y minus 8 quantity squared, just to be simpler. So your center is 0, 8. Your radius is the square root of 100, which is 10. Now on the next two, you're going to notice that we're going to have to complete the square on both x's and y's. They're already written with the x's grouped together and the y's grouped together. So we're going to need to complete the square on the x. So take your b value, divide it by 2 and square it. So negative 3 to the second power is positive 9. And we're going to do the same thing with the 8. So the b value is 8, the b value is negative 6. So 8 divided by 2 quantity squared is 4, and 4 squared is 16. So we're going to add the 9 behind the 6x, and then we're going to add the 16 behind the 8y, and we have to add the 9 and the 16 to the right-hand side also. So what we're going to do next is we're going to factor this group of terms and then factor this group of terms. So what multiplies to get a 9 that adds to get a negative 6? So if I make a little list over here, 9 would be negative 3 and negative 3. So x minus 3 quantity squared plus 16. So that'd be y plus 4 quantity squared equals 9 plus 3 is 12. And then so we get 9 plus 3 is 12 plus 16 gives us a 28. So the center is 3, negative 4. The radius is the square root of 28, which we need to make sure we reduce that. So that'd be a square root of 4 times the square root of 7, which is 2 square roots of 7. Okay, looking at this last one, I would get your variables on one side and your constant on the other. So I'm going to move the y squared to the left, and the 8x equals 14. So I'm going to get all the terms on one side that have variables and the constant on the other. And then I need to write it so that I group together my x's and then group together my y's. So x squared minus 8x plus y squared minus 6y. So we need to complete the square. So negative 8 over 2 quantity squared, which would be negative 4. Negative 4 to the second power is 16. And we need to do the same thing with the negative 6. Negative 6 divided by 2 quantity squared would be negative 3 to the second power, which is 9. So this is the x, this goes with the y. So x squared minus 8x plus 16 plus y squared minus 6y plus 9 equals 14 plus 16 plus 9. So we need to factor the x's. So what multiplies to get 16? That adds to get a negative 8. Be x minus 4 quantity squared. What multiplies to get 9? That adds to get a negative 6. That'd be negative 3 and negative 3. And then if I take 14 plus 16 plus 9, I get 39. So your center is 4, 3, and your radius is the square root of 39.